This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Glass, sand you can see through. It's Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. I'm Aaron, and this is my non-mouse hatted friend, Chris.
That's right. I'm not wearing a mouse hat.
Yeah, you know, like the Mickey Mouse hats people would have when we were kids?
Yeah.
You're not wearing one.
Of course, I was confused.
Like a hat made of mice? No, that's weird. Well, you know what we do here on Another Great Day? We get creative, we interact, and we have some conversations. And if you want to wear a mouse hat and you have a picture of it, send it to us on Another Great Day podcast at our Instagram. What a way to start the show, Chris. Well, hey, Another Great Day listeners. Do you hear that sound? That means it's time for the best segment ever. And today's topic for the best segment ever is...
What is the best dessert? That's right, the best dessert.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to just throw this out there. I'm a basic guy. An M&M Blizzard from Dairy Queen is the best dessert.
Okay, give us 3 reasons why that's the best dessert.
It's really cold, and I like that. It's got M&Ms in it. And then at the bottom, it's got even more M&Ms, which is my favorite part of the Blizzard.
Of course, yep. The extra M&Ms.
It's like I quote unquote worked hard to get to the bottom of this ice cream treat, and I'm getting my dessert, desserts.
Yep.
And then number 3, I like. Oh, was that a 3? Okay. Well, then a bonus one. Yeah. I like something soft, having something crunchy, like a combination of interesting textures.
Oh man, yes, I love that too. I love cookie dough ice cream also. But
what is your favorite dessert? No, not your favorite. What's the best dessert?
I thought when I read this, I read desert, and I was trying to think of the best desert, but I was just read it wrong.
The Sahara.
Yes, like I was thinking like the Badlands or something. Okay, but my favorite dessert. I'm kind of torn. I'm thinking.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, this is gonna kind of one up you and win all the desserts. My grandmother makes it.
Can't come back from that.
Yeah, so my grandmother makes buttermilk pie.
Ooh, so I don't know what a buttermilk pie is. Would you please do us a favor? And I know we don't have a lot of time, but describe what a buttermilk pie is, please.
So it's a regular pie. It's got a regular kind of brown, crusty pie crust on the outside. It looks yellow and kind of bubbly, but it's not bubbly. It's got a hard kind of creme brulee kind of crust. It's often also called a lemon chess pie.
Never heard of that.
Yep, lemon chess pie. I think this is like a southern thing. Anyway, my grandmother makes it. It is fantastic. I love it.
Can anyone make these like your grandmother can?
No one can. I've tried. It is not. I failed. Even with like.
How'd you do?
So I failed and even had her recipe. So like I had all the instructions, but she'll keep making it and it'll be good.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again. Try again.
That's it. Buttermilk pie. And that'll do it. Next is This Day in History.
Well, thank you, Chris. On this day in 1775, the American Revolution begins at the Battle of Lexington. At about 5 a.m., 700 British troops on a mission to capture Patriot leaders and seize a Patriot arsenal march into Lexington to find 77 armed Minutemen under Captain John Parker waiting for them on the town's common green. British Major John Pitcairn ordered the outnumbered Patriots to disperse. He said, "Gone, get!" And after a moment's hesitation, the Americans began to drift off the green. But then suddenly, Chris, a shot was fired from an undetermined gun, and a cloud of musket smoke soon covered the green. When the brief Battle of Lexington ended, 8 Americans lay dead or dying, and 10 others were wounded. Only 1 British soldier was injured. The American Revolution had begun. Spoiler alert, the Declaration of Independence was signed a little over a year later. Also, Chris let me know before we started recording that there is actually an entire Schoolhouse Rock, House of Rock. What's it called? Schoolhouse Rock. Never watched it. Was too busy watching Ghostbusters. Schoolhouse Rock about this entire event. So I don't know what the copy.
It's a shot heard around the world. Start of the revolution.
Nice. All right. Well, maybe we can include that in the show notes or something like that. That'd be kind of fun.
And that'll do it for this day in history.
All right, Chris, here's the question for today. And this is the question you've all been asking. This is the question heard around the world. Would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands? We'll be right back. All right, Chris, as I use my feet to type this message to you, I'm going to choose to have feet for hands. What about you? So I've got feet for feet and feet for hands, like a human dog or a bear. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes when I go upstairs, and we actually talked about this last week, sometimes when I go up the stairs when I was in high school at my parents' house, I would bear crawl up the stairs.
In our house, the stairs are very, very steep, and I often bear crawl up, hands and feet up the stairs, just get up the stairs,
So what would you do? Would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet? Would you rather be more of a bear or more of a monkey?
I'm going to go hands for everywhere.
We're going to go monkey so you can beat lizards easier. Call back to Monday's show.
But mine is going to be like extra strong, like robotic hands. I can do anything.
That's a good point. How often do you pick up laundry with your feet and toss it to yourself and then throw it in some I throw things with my feet all the time.
I'm imagining steel beams and tossing it up in the sky.
I mean pencils, sorry piece, dominoes.
Or whole houses.
You're right. Moving on. Well, great talk today, Chris. Let's take a quick break and check in with our dad joke correspondent on location. Take it away, Wes.
Hey there, Aaron. Hey, Chris. I'm here with Mira, and hey, Mira. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No bell.
No bell who?
No bell. That's why I knocked. Have another great day.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to another great day. I'm Aaron, and that's Chris, and we're so glad you're here. This part of our show is called the Word of Wisdom. This is where we'll take a minute to go through a proverb or wise saying and give you our take. Here we go.
Today's word of wisdom comes to us from Proverbs chapter 21, verse 23.
The NLT version says, "Watch your tongue and keep your mouth shut, and you will stay out of trouble."
Yep.
I felt bad and felt like I should go to my room as soon as I finished reading that verse just now.
The Amplified version of the Bible says, "He who guards his mouth and his tongue guards himself from trouble." Please take a moment and discuss this with people around you.
Well, that'll do it for today. Let's cue the music and wrap things up. Our mission here is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation.
So even though today's show may have come to an end, that does not mean your discussions have to come to an end.
We thank you for listening and hope you make it another
great
day. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Chris, do you remember a time in your life when maybe, especially elementary age, where you got in trouble for talking too much at school?
Yes.
Did you ever get in trouble and busted for that?
I did. I was in 6th grade. It was the beginning of the year, and the whole grade level was in the auditorium and these wooden seats that kind of folded down and flopped around. And the coaches were there, and I think it was the music teacher and the technology. It was the special classes or whatever they're called. And I was asking questions. They said, "Do you have any questions?" I said, "Yes, I have questions." And I was asking about sports and the things and the whatnots. But I mean, I asked too many questions, and they were I got that. I realized, when they said to me, Chris, stop.
Oh.
They looked at me and said,
I will
stop.
retreat into my shell now.
Yeah, and I definitely felt felt the sting.
I have a similar experience. Instead of it being one time in 6th grade, it was basically 2nd grade to today. Oh
my. Okay, well, yep, there you go.
I'm learning the journey of 1,000 miles, as we say, starts with a single step. And Mom, I know you're listening. You listen to this. Actually, both my parents listen every day, and they can attest. As a youth, I would get a paper report card, and ours had each class listed, A, B, C, D, whatever, A plus, A minus. And then it had citizenship. Oh, the dreaded citizenship section, because I would have all A's in all my academics. And then citizenship, unacceptable. And why? Was I rude? No, I was not. Was I disrespectful? No, I was not. Was I starting fights and trouble? No. All it would say in the comment section was, great student, period, talks excessively, period. I like to think that despite, I know we have some teachers that listen to this. And so on behalf of kids like me, I'm sorry. We're just so happy to be there. And we really think we're helping.
Oh, dear.
And God bless my teachers, Mrs. Tobin, Mrs. Kaiser, Mrs. McMillan, Mrs. Moody, Mr. Box, all of those folks that put up with me during those formidable years. Thank you. If this ever reaches your ears, thank you.
The end.